Yes, oh. 2 shots. Yes, oh. Yes, oh. Yes, oh.
Oh, listen to my song. I what it took me to stay this long. I came since 1992, and all the stress I had to get into.
2 shots.
Man is a household name. I came from a long line to fame, and my aim is to kick this game. I put on my bad belly peeps to shame. No be you. Talk say they rap nonsense.
No be you.
Talk say rap no make sense. I see piracy. I take one risk. And y'all know my mind for one compact this, and this is where rap took me big time on a sold out CD. Now see me floss, no more loss. I don't feel like one very big bros.
Yes, oh.
Alaba boys,
2 shots. Yes, oh.
which level?
Yes, oh.
Idumota,
2 shots. Yes, oh.
which level?
Yes, oh.
Opa
2
Iweka,
shots. Yes, oh.
which level?
Ladies and gentlemen, you're welcome to another episode of Which Level. This is episode number 10. And we have all our lovely people in the studio today. We definitely have a special guest. We're going to save the special guest for last. I'm going to introduce one of the funniest people in H-Town. I'm talking about none other than Daniel.
Oh my god. Wow. I was like, are you for real? Oh my gosh. Stop it. Makes me blush.
Next to Daniel is the one I call the lovely, low-speaking.
Wow.
But sometimes not the loose for the head. Sometimes. Put your hands together for Lilian.
Hi, you guys. Hello.
So, Lilian, how does it feel to be sitting beside Daniel today?
Oh.
Just feels like NBC.
No comment.
Time will tell, right?
Time will tell.
Time will tell. Okay. If
We beat him.
if somebody doesn't end up in bandits.
I can't do this, man.
Okay, so I have my brother from another mother talking about TK Magic. TK Magic.
TK Magic kill you there.
Yeah, stop.
Close shell. Everything down for my brother.
Nothing much, man. I'm blessed, not stressed.
Yeah.
Man, that's a nice shirt you got there, man.
I appreciate it, sir.
Looking like one bandana.
Stop.
Why are people hating?
This,
There's so much hate going on.
but that's a
got me today,
that's
so
a
I'm gonna get
measure.
you. I'm
That's
gonna
a
get you.
measure that is a blessing on your head when people start.
Yeah, I mean,
Oh, so
That's
that's
it.
what it is.
I don't know.
They be hating on me all day. So
I'm
that
just
means it's a
saying-
blessing.
I'm just saying that means you're doing something right, my brother.
Yeah,
Excuse you.
absolutely.
When you were hating on me, that was not a blessing.
Me?
Absolutely.
I never hate on anybody.
Eish.
But hey, listen, it's my moment.
This moment.
So yeah,
Talks, don't worry. God will do it.
good to be here as
Talks, you will
usual.
come out strong.
Can you please
Talks, you will come out stronger.
zip it?
Ooh.
And
You went
that takes us to our special guest who made sure, or we made sure she makes it here today, talking about our friends. Ladies and gentlemen, please put your hands together for Mary.
Woo! Whoop, whoop.
Thanks,
Okay.
guys.
That's round of applause doesn't sound.
I was in there. Oh.
There we go.
Let me add to it for myself.
How
There
they
we
jump
go.
for church?
There we
There
go.
one.
There we go. That sounds better. Mary, you're welcome to Which
Thank
Level?
you.
Okay, so ladies and gentlemen, while Daniel still looks for the babe, he's been looking for a babe for the past 5 years.
Wow.
That's the total number of years that I've known him. He's been looking for a babe.
God.
So on that note, we're just going to take a short break, and when we come back, stick around. You know, while we take this break, make sure you go grab something to drink, something to eat, because we have something really juicy,
Or you can go to
something
LA.
really interesting that you would want to listen to. So stay tuned. See you.
And
We'll be back.
before that, Mary would get Bel Air.
The store aisles are immaculately clean. We have service people able to help us whenever we go into the stores. Everything is clearly labeled, and we have a personal relationship with the owners of Wazobia, who are very community oriented, and they have always supported the Cameroonian community whenever we've had activities, and we would love to keep that relationship going at all times.
All right, everyone, welcome back. We're gonna be diving right in, and the first topic today is Chinese man allegedly kills Nigerian girlfriend for refusing to marry him. Man, I can't even believe that. Right? There's no reason why anyone should kill another person. Like, really, really, absolute no reason. And I'll just say my own contribution, and I'll yield back. I think they should just kill him back.
You should kill the Chinese man
It doesn't matter wherever he's from.
for
Like,
expressing love.
so you express love by killing someone else?
Oh, he killed her. She's dead.
Did you listen to
Oh
what I
my
just
Lord.
read?
My goodness, that man should be killed.
But so sincerely, I think that that's just really pathetic, right? You come to a country where they host you, allow you to live freely, work freely, and I'm sure it's there for some business or monetary gains.
And I'm sure they gave him Chinese food.
And then if you can find a people that welcomes you, allows you to live your life where you feel safe, where you're adding something to your life. I don't think that's how you should. There are ways, and I know that probably he was hurt, but there are ways to deal with things rather than killing another human being. I think it should go through the full course of the law. I think it should be dealt with.
Okay, so I agree. I don't think it matters where the person's from. I think it could have been a Nigerian man that killed her. So I'm not really looking at that race angle just because it could happen to anyone. But I do think that from the story, I think he said that they were dating for a while. Over the course of their relationship, he spent about 60 million naira on
A
the
lot of
lady.
money.
No, she's gone.
And yeah, she actually is gone. I mean,
Gone too soon.
wow. All right. So yeah, no, that happened, and then I think he also said that he went to the house to talk to her because she wasn't responding to him,
Yep.
and there was a struggle.
Mm-hmm.
So he's saying that she picked up the knife, she tried to attack him. Now all this is what he's saying. We don't know what's true.
Right.
She tried to attack him, and then in the process he stabbed her. So one thing here is, yeah, nobody should go as far as killing someone. But if his self-defense story is true, then she was violent, he was trying to defend himself. That's one angle. Another thing too is, if you don't want someone, you don't love someone, you can't play with people's emotions like that.
Yep.
Yeah, he's there on business, he has all this money. She even married someone else, I think,
yes.
but she still kept collecting money from him. There's so many people out there that are not stable. You need to be careful. You can't mess with people's emotions and think that, yeah, he's a Chinese man or he's a MAGA or whatever. Sometimes things like this will happen. I'm not saying she deserved to die, but if the story so far is true, it's just a caution to people to be careful how you treat other people's emotions. It happens everywhere in relationships, right? Violence and things like that. You play with people that way and they can lose it. You don't know what this man's going through. You don't know. I mean, and also there's that factor too, if I want to bring in the race factor, where this man might be thinking, I'm Chinese, I can get away with anything in this country. So there's just so much to it. But my one thing is, if all that the man said is true, which I think her mom spoke, I don't think anyone has disputed the fact that he did all these things for her. If that part is true, I just think ladies just need to be careful. Not everybody will say it's my loss and bounce. So that's my 2 cents.
So they slay.
Baba don't see Nigerian fresh girl.
I see what you did there. They slayed the slay queen. But let's not make fun of her.
60 million.
Nice.
It's a lot. It's a lot
60
of
million
money.
is gone. Oh.
Was it
I
60
still-
million?
I
or
really
was
feel
it
bad
6
for-
million?
I
I don't
really-
even know. It was
60
among the
because there was
million
a
or
house
something.
somewhere
Yeah.
and something
He got
else
I really feel
the
bad.
reason, and
I'm
also
really,
And
really,
another thing you have
it's not
to
a funny
think
thing.
about is a lot of this foreign men are not Nigerian men. I think
Yeah.
if you're dating some sugar daddy in Nigeria, that's he knows that he's spending this money on you and might not get anything.
R.I.P. to that 60
And if
million.
you just want to date someone just for the money, let the person know it's just for the money.
But
when do you let them know? Hello, how you doing?
I don't know.
I'm only
I don't
dating you
know.
for the money.
Lilian.
I don't know. I'm just
Lilian, it's just for the money. Oh.
No, but I'm saying.
Don't come and stab me.
No, I'm
oh.
saying they were
It's just for
planning
the money.
a
oh.
wedding.
Give me money.
Look at this clown.
It's just
They
for
were
the money.
planning.
money.
This
Shake
man,
They were
according
planning
to
a wedding?
him, he
Touch me.
yes, according to
Touch
him,
me.
they were planning a wedding.
Where did Chinese start
So
liking
you're planning-
You want
Nigerian?
to make him jealous.
Touch me.
Alright.
Stop now. Stop now. What is this now?
But
Guy,
then
will start West
another
knife.
thing I read.
Eh,
Hold on, calm down.
Another thing I read that
Don't get
just
60 million. You
know,
want to stop it.
Oh, it's true. That is.
is
Before you can
that
stop
they were
somebody.
serving this
60
man
million.
Chinese food in prison. Are you serious? Until he goes to court and
Yeah,
can
check.
either prove self-defense, insanity,
Maybe they
whatever.
give up.
You give him
Maybe they give up
what
this.
you give
Maybe they give
Nigerian
him a call.
prisoners.
Is that
Eko is even
Eko is good
They
now.
give him like watery beans.
so? Wait, is that normal or is it because
That's
he's
preferential
Chinese?
treatment.
You
now,
know
preferential
Nigeria,
treatment.
Yeah,
right?
because
I'm
I mean
not
that's not the
surprised.
prison food.
Yeah,
Chinese food is not prison food.
right.
I mean, Mary, I hear
It's
you.
just like me now go to China, they give me Nigerian food in the prison. Or I'll cost them, I'll save your life. Is it because who are you?
Chinese food is good, sha. But anyway, for me, like in
Yeah,
the
Lily.
case, right? They were gonna get married. He was supposed to marry her.
Well, he
he
wanted
brought-
to marry her,
But
Who
because he
knows?
came, no,
Yeah.
what he said from the court thing that they
Yeah.
did, the 2-day court thing that I
Yeah.
read, where he talked about the incident. So he says, he was ready to marry her and everything was good. Something happened and she snapped and was like, you know what? I don't want to marry you anymore. You're so broke. Because he didn't give her something to buy
She
something,
asked for some
money, and he didn't
60
give her. And then she was like, "I'm not talking to you anymore. To hell with you." And I think she got married
to
and
someone
else, but they got divorced.
Yeah, but even while they were married,
She was still collecting.
So
She's you know what?
yeah,
I don't wish for
He was
him.
collecting while they were getting married.
I don't wish like what he said that okay, he killed her.
Yeah.
He should get killed too. That's the easy way out.
But look, listen.
No, that's
I
the
think
easy
that
way
the
out.
law
I-
should
I-
be
I know
followed,
that,
right?
so-
When you go to
An eye
court,
for an eye.
sorry, when you go to court, right? If they find him guilty of what maybe
They should give him the
second-degree
punishment.
manslaughter, whatever.
Whatever is
there's
there.
a punishment
Yeah,
that's there for that. If they find him, if they can prove that for some reason he went to that
To kill
house
her.
to kill her, that's first degree murder. He can get life in prison or he can get the death penalty.
Also,
That's
I don't
fine.
think he went there to kill her.
he
because
said he went there to return it.
He went there to-
because the
They
girl
can
called the
prove,
dog.
though.
Yes, there was proof because the neighbor was the one that saw him
Oh, okay,
outside
okay.
while he was knocking, and the
So,
dog
yeah.
was with him. The dog ran in. He took the dog.
Mm-hmm.
She attacked him with the knife. That's what he said.
Yeah, and laws
Okay.
are there for a reason,
Yes.
right? If you don't plan to kill
How would that
someone,
lady is wicked?
Then
so,
that should be
you
like
don't
man's.
get the death
wait, hold on.
Yes,
so
you don't.
You collect 160 million. You still want to kill him? Kokoma kill him.
I'm just saying.
I'm not
look,
saying that he should get killed. Whatever. That's an easy way out for me.
it's
If they should give someone a death penalty, okay, give him the death penalty, but
Yeah.
let him stay in prison for the longest time before he can die.
all right, guys. Listen.
So he can,
Listen.
suffer a
Look.
little bit.
In the words of Fela, fear women.
I think that there are a lot of stories that are developing, and no one will really know like the true story behind it. But I don't think that anyone should get killed.
Nobody should.
I
This
don't.
one,
I do not
this is the
think
first guy to say kill him. Oh. This man,
know?
this is the
That-
first man.
That I said that because a family has lost a daughter,
I know.
a sister, and that's a potential wife, a mother.
She was already a
You
wife.
know,
She divorced. She has already.
Like she's
you
normal.
see-
It doesn't mean she can
do
still
you
get married.
see-
But
She's
I'm
not
serious
serious for
right
her.
now.
But-
And the truth of the matter is,
I don't have-
regardless of whatever it is,
Whatever. I'm sorry.
regardless of whatever it is, I don't think that lady should have lost her life.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I do not think so at all, and that's where I'm coming from, right?
Yeah.
Money can be replaced. You can be healed. You know,
So
nobody
here's
is
the
the
thing,
same.
right?
You don't know what
Yes.
he's like. His
A lot-
mind
that's what I'm
says.
saying. Like he can be healed. I just said he can be
But
healed.
he
How you
was
know?
not healed at
He
that
probably-
time.
yeah,
so
but
that's
most
why
times-
crimes
You be
happen,
TB
right?
Joshua. Which one can be you?
Healing.
So, but
know,
he's
that-
not thinking. He's not thinking
hell
that
is
he
that?
can
That's how
be
TB
healed.
Joshua does.
So,
man. He goes to his church.
You
I
be TB
want-
Joshua. Which one can be healed?
so I want to assume that if everything that is out so far is true, there's a certain
But
level.
my question
of,
is.
Can you wait? Let her finish.
My question.
Daniel, can you just please let
Let me
Mary
just say
finish?
my question.
No,
Question.
Mary was talking. Let her
After
finish
her
talking.
talk, you
Question.
can question.
All right, go ahead.
Question.
You won't find babe like this. You can't be interrupting.
No, finish.
your
Go
babe.
ahead.
Anyways.
My question remains.
You see, doing it again.
Go on. Sir.
Ignore him, Mary.
I was-
we all ignore him.
Nobody deserves to be killed. In
As
any
my
situation.
question stands.
But two things: if she attacked him and it was self-defense, that's under the law.
That's
he's,
fine.
He's
Yeah.
innocent.
Yes,
if
true.
they prove that. So nobody deserves to be killed. But if you try to kill me, I can kill you.
Yes.
The law agrees with
Because
that, right? So
survival
that's
of the
one.
look.
Right. So that's one. The other part of it is, let's say he's lying and it wasn't even self-defense. He went there in a rage. I've done all this for you.
Like the mother said.
People have mental health issues.
Issues.
You can't play with that and think that everything will be okay. People walking on the streets, you don't know what they're going through. So you don't deserve to be killed, but you deserve to do the right thing, or you should do the right things, so that things like this. I mean,
Daniel,
even if she was doing the
Daniel,
right
have you
thing,
heard
he could
do
have
the
still
right
left.
thing,
Even if she was doing the
you know my
right thing, right? She
question-
could have still said, "I'm no longer interested in this relationship because you are an annoying man," whatever. And he could have still gotten angry and killed her. But in that case, nobody would be saying, "Why did you even push this person
But
to
do you
this
know-
point?"
Do you know if you collect
I'm
60
not
million?
excusing him.
You know if you collect 60 million, death will be talking. Sometimes you'll be getting that I might die.
You know, Daniel
If you
is
collect all,
actually
if
right.
you collect all 60 million, you get feel
You
that.
know, he's
I
trying
might
to be
die.
funny, but there's something about
Do you understand?
treating a person's.
Have you collected 60 million before? That is not your own.
If I did, I won't be
Will you
sitting
be
here
happy,
with you
yeah?
people here.
Death will be telling you that.
million
Wow,
naira.
Lilian.
60 million.
Naira.
It's
million.
naira.
Oh,
be
God,
here.
me, any 60 even if it's 60 million rupee, any 60 million, say if you collect it for free, you didn't get anything. Death will be telling you that, Baba.
There will be this boldness. I've been collecting this money from this man.
Small,
He's a
small,
foolish
small.
man.
And she's taking him
So
like a
there'll be-
mumu.
Yes.
So it's like I
you
can
can
do
see,
whatever I
yeah.
want.
You know that Yahoo boys, them too, they know that they have like 10 more years after they scam to leave. If you scam, big scam like
At
that,
least leave a
do you understand?
You know?
I don't know.
It's-
My friends that do Yahoo, they are giving them their ultimates.
At the end of the day, nobody deserves.
But my question is this:
to
my
be
question is this: that
killed, to be
how
killed.
how far have we fallen as a country that is now China men that are killing the women? Like, wait,
So who should be killing the women?
Nigerian men.
Ah.
No, I'm not saying Nigerian
Nigerian
men should be killing
Nigerian women?
Don't get me wrong.
Dude,
But the lady told me
I
that.
think he
what-
went with the emotion
to kill her.
to kill her.
What she
Because
told
even
me.
his
What she told me
even
was that-
his maid and his driver, they said that he told them not to come to work the next day.
Doesn't-
So-
Another thing that
Isn't
caught me-
that like
another-
planned?
Another
That's what
thing
I'm
that
saying.
that's planned. Another thing that caught me with that story was that he did say, and this is something he said, that she brought out a knife, right? But from if you read it,
Yeah.
it wasn't the knife that she brought that she attacked him with.
I
that
thought he took it
killed
from her
The knife fell somewhere or something, but
in
he
the tussle.
said that he killed her
with
a
a
knife that he had. He said
so
that.
because all that
So,
tussle when she was
yes,
slapping
so
him
he
and doing
did
all of
Let me
that,
just-
he
if
still
you
had that
are
knife
the
on
the
his
knife
hand.
fell, then just turn your back.
If
and
you are
Then go.
dating a Chinese
that.
man,
But
just
no,
buy
she
your
locked the
knife.
door.
She
They
was,
locked the
they
door.
locked him in.
They locked him in. That's what he
According-
said.
yeah, according to
And
the
you know,
story.
it
Who
was
locked him in?
raining.
It was,
Can you imagine? His mom was there. The sister was there, so
Yeah.
they couldn't stop it.
Yeah.
If you are dating a
So-
Chinese man, just buy your knife.
What he
oh.
said is that they are those
Two
two,
for one,
the mom and the sister, they're afraid of their sister.
The sister, because she has anger problem.
Because she has anger, and then
And
That's
she has
what he
knife.
said.
Also, too, if you think about it, she's the one getting 60 million, so she's probably like the
The
breadwinner.
breadwinner.
So she says, "Mom,
you
sit
imagine?
there," you know.
You know,
But
At the end of the day,
investigation still has to go on.
that man
I
went there
do
to kill
think
her.
that the man would I'm not sure, but I think that there's some truth in the fact that maybe he did go there to kill her. But again, protect yourself. That's what I would say. And then if I hope, out of everything, I really just hope that they do the investigation properly
I-
and
I-
that they don't get bribed and
I
all of that,
know.
right?
I just hope that
So,
the Nigerian police.
Nigeria-
I hope the
deal-
Nigerian police takes the necessary steps, does the forensics, swab, take all the fingerprints, check
Fingerprint
all
of what?
the,
They already know who the
run
person
through
is.
Daniel, you've already said
So-
forensics. Oh, Tom.
So this is the
forensics.
so this is the deal is,
You like
They do the biopsy.
if someone is
What?
not with
Don't
you
mind him, please.
anymore, or you have a misunderstanding and it's very glaring, you don't show up to their house until except you're invited.
you are not the same as the person.
And he
Everybody
was
is
invited.
different.
It's still
And he was invited.
he was invited.
to bring back
to bring back the dog.
which he took so that she
You know,
could
met
call
at
him.
the-
I think the
Is the lady a Cala- is it a Calabar lady?
Nigerian culture is different from the
Is
culture
she a-
here.
Exactly.
Nigerians, nobody needs to tell you that they're coming
Coming
to your house.
Right.
I don't think they do.
Is she a
that.
He said
Calabar?
I missed the dog. Bring my dog back.
Yeah.
Come
She
my
a
house.
Akwa
You dey
Ibom.
see me for window. I see no
I
dey
wouldn't
house.
Is lady is she
She's
Calabar?
Muslim.
I already
Why?
answered
She's
you.
Muslim.
She's
I
a
don't
Muslim
know.
woman.
Girl, why is she asking for the dog?
Wow.
Mixed master, why is she asking for the dog?
I
Why
don't
you
know.
asking Miss Master,
Eh?
bro?
I'm asking him as he's not the monitor of the show
So maybe the man is feeding the dog so that the dog can be ready for
for the
Christmas.
stay, Nabi.
No.
Christmas.
Mixed master,
So
why
she
would
really
why would you
likes
think?
her dog.
Yeah, I mean,
according
yeah.
to the
For
story.
404, Abi.
Why you do that?
Mixed master, why would you think that she was calling for that dog now?
You've been coding it. You mean 404? Are
Let's
you
just thank
savvy?
God- let's just thank God for that.
Let's do this for just 1 more minute. Anybody has any final words?
So my final words are this.
Oh Jesus.
I
Basically.
hope that God will comfort the family.
The families of the
And no one
bereaved.
deserves to die,
Nobody.
no matter the circumstances that are involved. And I hope that everyone gets to learn something from it.
Yeah.
I feel, and I
We
hope,
did
I
learn.
pray that justice is
It's
served.
served.
and then
But we did learn.
and I'll
They will
end,
not learn.
I'll end
They
it
will never
I'll
learn.
end it with this.
Nothing.
If you're a lady, and you're dating a Chinese guy, don't collect 60 million for this.
I
How
beg.
much
Collect
did they
59.
collect?
Collect 45 million.
Tonight.
That's
All
the
right.
cap right there.
So,
45 million.
ladies and gentlemen,
you get killed.
Don't, with 60 you're dead.
with that
60 you are
special
dead.
advice from Daniel, ladies,
Collect
if you have to
45.
take any money from anybody, don't take
45.
60 million.
Don't take more than, don't take up to 60.
Take 45,
45.
Or less, than
Less than
60.
that. Uh-huh.
So on that note, we'll be right back with another topic. Stay tuned.
They go out of their way to outsource the products and bring it to us here in the States.
Wazobia is very clean.
The managers are there to ask where they have the food and how they can help me get what I'm looking for.
We're able to get representation for all of our foods.
I rated a 10, obviously. My favorite things like their jollof.
Why not go there?
All right, hey guys, welcome back. Right now we're talking about the next topic, and it says that how ATIKU allegedly stole billions for himself and Obasanjo using SPVs. For those that may not know, ATIKU is a candidate for the upcoming presidential election in Nigeria. He was once the vice president to President Obasanjo, and they had, I think, 2 terms of 8 years. Apparently, the idea is, or the knowledge or the rumor is that he stole some money. He's been involved in a couple of shady deals, and he's just not really had a good story to his name. But so how? He stole billions? How? How did he steal the billions?
There's
So
a
using SPV, that's the only thing that I don't
There's
know
a
there.
WhatsApp
How
recording.
He stole it, I don't
What's the
know.
SPV?
That's what I'm saying. like, I have
Special
Purpose vehicles.
something, purpose vehicles, yeah.
SPVs
Oh,
are
wow.
standalone. They're like hedge funds. They don't stand alone. Rather, they can't stand alone. So you link them to investment management accounts.
Okay. Everybody knows Nigerian politicians. That's what they do for a living. But like you said, it's the season, right? It's political. Obasanjo has allegedly said, because there's been talk that that's not even true, that ATIKU stole enough money to feed
The
3 million,
whole
like,
nation.
the whole so we
If he
know
has
that
stolen
these
all that
guys do
money.
these things. What's also surprising in this one is that he stole the money for himself and Obasanjo.
Ooh.
That's
That's a good friend.
because Obasanjo accuses Atiku of stealing. Now
BFFs.
we're learning that
That's
he's even stealing for the two of
both
them.
of them.
But that's not news, right?
Best friends
They
for
all steal.
life.
This was also supposedly released by some APC. Well, not released by, but the APC,
Like the opposition party.
the opposition, they're jumping on it and saying he should be disqualified while him and Obasanjo were busy stealing the country's money. Tinubu was fixing Lagos. Wow, you know.
Yeah, I think
He
that's
came in at the right time.
I think that
You know-
I feel like
Tinubu was fixing
Tinubu,
Lagos,
the flag bearer of APC party, actually views ATIKU as the real opposition. He believes that Peter Obi and the Labour Party is just a
Twitter
social
thing.
media movement and doesn't really have
Sometimes I believe that
a lot
Peter
to
Obi
it.
just
So I think that they are trying to get at each other because I think there's something against Tinubu as well. So I think both parties are really trying to dig, dirt
Yeah, and this is coming when Obasanjo
endorsed.
Peter Obi. But
Oh,
then
wow.
let's think about
I see.
the nation should be angry. We've always been angry about this stealing, not that we do anything about it. But yes, they stole. It should be something to talk about. But for APC to say that while they were stealing, Tinubu was fixing Lagos. I mean,
Was he
I
fixing
think
Lagos?
Tinubu was investing in Lagos.
No, but was he-
While they
Isn't
were
that the
stealing,
point?
and he's reaping his
Yeah, was he-
investment.
was he-
They stole one time. If we're going by this, let's just say they
When was
stole.
he fixing Lagos? Is it when he was in
He
Chicago?
has made investments in Lagos that he's continually,
Okay.
benefiting from. So they're all the same. They're all trying to
Tokes,
do this
what was that
dirty
scandal that came out
thing
of
right
Tinubu?
now.
Can
But-
you wait let her finish? Jesus Christ.
But think about it. Maybe you remember. So, but for but for right now, I
That's why I told you
don't.
that Edo girls, they just leave them in this life.
But for right now, I think we have. It's hard in Nigeria. Like everybody that has ever held political office in Nigeria has done something like
Oh,
this,
yeah.
right?
Of course.
And
But they were
so-
never caught.
But they,
Even though they
Well,
were
even though
caught,
they were- I
they
mean,
didn't do anything. So
you know?
why you brought this
So
out now? What's gonna happen?
What's gonna happen?
It's
right?
it's funny how Nigeria as a country, we don't really, I don't know if we are forgiven or we're just blindsided by the problems and the issues that confront us. Because I don't think an article should be coming out to become the candidate. I mean, any Nigerian deserves to try to run for election, but just by his records, you know,
Right.
he's had issues with Halliburton for so long, given America, like he's just been involved in so many scandals, and to see people just still go out for him,
That's
stand
because some
for
of
him,
them don't know these things that you just
They
said.
do,
Some of them
or they
don't.
just
Some
probably-
don't.
I think it's just become the norm. Like there's nobody. That's what they do. They go there and they get rich, and people just think that that's how it is. Like
we're
if you
just-
held a political office,
we're
or
just
maybe
used to that.
Daniel in something happened, and Daniel held a
went-
political office, and he didn't
Like
have,
something
and
out of the
people
blue, like
will
a
say,
miracle,
yeah,
like a
you know,
miracle.
like the way Mary got,
like immaculately.
yeah. People would say,
Viewers out there. See how they're looking
and
down
he
on
went back to his village with just the salary he was earning. People will say all those years he spent there, nothing to show
Sure.
for it. The culture of stealing and just, what do they say? You eat where you is
You
where
eat
you
where
you
you
know,
sow
like
or something like that.
that's
You
just
eat where
that's
you
something
work.
that we all have. It's hard to find a person. There was a time they were saying the youth, but look at people the likes of Desmond and all these people. We Nigerians, I don't know what it would take for us to see that.
So I figured it out.
Until
I
they
did-
have someone who
You
is
know?
trustworthy.
I brought a solution. I brought a solution to the Nigerian,
luck with
the
that one.
Nigerian problem.
And then there's also the tribe thing, right?
The
People
Nigerian
think,
problem.
or ethnicity thing. People will say no matter how much Tinubu stole, he's my.
Tribesman.
Tribes. Yeah, we are the
Tribesman.
same from
And-
the same place.
And then people will say Atiku is from the north, so I will vote for him regardless of what he's done. We
Tribalism.
just won't open our eyes to see that it's one Nigeria. We all suffer. We all,
know.
you're from the north. There are no good schools, no good roads. What does it matter who is the president if we don't have the basic
So
things
the
that we need?
solution to
And
Nigeria's problem.
at the top, these people are united for power.
I know we know that leaders are really, really corrupt and they steal a lot of money. They siphon, the funds that belong to the citizen. just the way that they do it,
It's so nice.
it's unbelievable because with the SPVs, so I worked on SPVs for a number of years.
Yeah,
right? While
I just knew you was gonna say some stupid shit.
While I was working at investment bank, and they are really legal stuff. Like they're really legal because you have to have an investment manager, and you can put different SPVs on
that.
And even before you do that, they have to be KYC. So the companies have to be incorporated.
What is KYC?
KYJ.
This one's like KYC.
I don't pay attention. I don't pay attention.
That's the only thing he will know
I
now.
don't pay attention to him. KYC.
Lilian.
Wait, you don't know.
I'm so disappointed.
Hold on. Wait, you don't know what KYC is?
I'm asking you.
Till now, you don't know what KYC
No, I'm
is.
asking
Please,
you.
let me finish what
But
I'm
you
saying.
finish your thought, and I have something.
So like they have to be, these companies have to be formed. They have to be registered. They have to be incorporated. In like countries like or states like maybe Delaware or Cayman Islands, right? And before they are now linked to the investment manager. So just to think about the route that they go through. Just to steal money. And so sometimes we're not catching them. Now I'm saying that some of them are not caught, not because Nigeria is stupid, but because they're using a due process to actually steal this money. And in this SPV, they can hold a lot of money. You know that.
You, I'm telling you, see, bro, you just said
everything that was on your mind.
So sometimes,
for as someone,
You wanted to carry paper, and that's what you said.
As someone who has worked with SPVs before in the past,
as the conductor,
investment banking, KYC. As you mentioned,
what's KYC?
Alluding to what if I slap you?
No.
What is
That's
KYC?
against
What is
women
KYC?
here.
You don't know what KYC is?
What's KYC?
I've been asking them. I've
Sarah.
been asking him for a while.
What's that? It's not KYC. KYC is what's the let's forget about KYC for now.
KYCs.
He sounds just like the Nigerian politician.
KYC.
So here's the thing.
KYC, no, I mean, let me hear.
Distraction.
KYC is what?
I know you know it.
KYC is what?
You know it, right?
Of course
He knows
I do.
it now.
But let me know it. Let me know if you know it.
KYC
is what?
Know your career.
That's not what it is.
Know your coerce.
Huh?
Know your coerce is an investment banking.
Know your coerce.
Coerce, yeah.
Exactly. Is that what it is?
It's not your coerce. It's know your customer.
Know your customer.
They have caught you.
No, but to his point, right? There are times when we say, look at the people that are leading us. They're not smart. They're not educated. Blah blah. These people are really smart. They're intelligent. I don't know about their educational backgrounds. Maybe one's certificate got lost, one got eaten by a dog, blah, blah. But they are intelligent and they are smart. And then on the other side, they also get smart Nigerians, young people,
who kind of tell them
helps them. They have a team to steal. But they can't have a team to tell them or to help them with what Nigeria needs to grow. And that just shows us where their priorities lie. Their priorities, it's on a personal level, is really sad because a lot of families, how many Nigerians can boast of, except maybe the ones even the ones in the village, can boast of all their family being in one place. There's so much ripple effect of this thing. And I just hope that, one election can't change the course of the country, but I just hope that bit by bit we start giving ourselves sense.
Mary, I think you make a strong point. What I think you should do, I think you should go back to Nigeria. Now you start the process.
The process.
I want your family being the same.
I cannot do this, guy.
Ladies and gentlemen.
Fortunately for me, all my family is almost in the same place. Daniel, how about you?
Scatter for us. Scatter
Mr. Brown. Mr. Brown, you coming for this show?
Where is your family?
How did my name come?
Where are your family?
It's a direct question.
I'm just one man.
Even this one for a year, he don't scatter family. He leave Mama for this thing. Wrong go.
He put my family.
Let me keep quiet.
But honestly, though,
they put my family on this show.
And that's something that everybody says, right? When we that are not in Nigeria say something, people are quick to say everybody should come back. And I'm sure a lot of us wish we could.
Ooh.
But
I mean, I miss home. Don't get me wrong.
We could. We wish we could to a country that works, right?
Yes.
But at the end of the day,
that's the first
human
thing.
instinct is to find your
what's
whatever.
What they are.
Is to protect yourself or
God,
fend for yourself, care for yourself.
I know what you mean.
Daniel,
You know what I mean?
Yeah, I know what
Daniel
you're
doesn't want to
saying.
go back.
Yeah,
When you
so
see
that's
people that
what
don't want to
we
go
want.
back,
Yeah, we want
that means say
stability.
the
Suffer.
suffer beat them. He
Suffer,
say
eh?
he carried the sand. Say
Suffer spoke to me.
I will never come
See,
back.
Suffer sat me down and said, listen, you will suffer. You will see shaggy in this country. Me and Suffer, we had a lengthy conversation before I got here. But I have to say,
All right,
most
so
of us
ladies and gentlemen, we're just having
Most of
fun
us are longing
here.
to go back.
But what goes on in Nigeria is not something we need to laugh about. Politicians stealing money, taking money that is meant for the people. It's not funny. Hopefully, this problem gets resolved as soon as possible. It's not going to, like my sister said, it's not just one election, but I think it starts from the people.
Yep.
I don't think, or most times, not
Sure.
everybody runs for office and says they want to go there and steal money. Although some do. But we found out that even those that did not have plans of going there to steal money, once they find themselves there, they end up,
Getting
Greediness.
there actually
Greediness.
is
enriching their pockets.
getting
and stuff.
getting there is a process where part of the things you sign is you have to steal money to pay back. Like for you to even get there, it's part of the process that you have to get
And
there.
Get to settle godfathers and stuff.
Talks, we know this because that's how your
Yeah, my uncle, but at least all the money you're asking me on Cash App. That's where it's coming from.
So we have one more, just one more.
Just thinking about yes, now just
okay.
look at
Ask for
Brown
money
and
from
Mary.
Cash
They're
App.
actually matching.
Oh, I've been seeing that.
Oh
They
my
had the jean
gosh.
jacket and the black.
Oh my God.
We all have black except for this one.
My name is Priscilla, and this is my family. So sometimes I don't like to cook, so I like to just go in and out, and I get my food from Wazobia. My favorite from Wazobia is their goat meat pepper soup. It's completely awesome. The reason why I think Wazobia foods are so good is because they think about their customers, and they usually go straight from home and bring the products straight to us here in the States.
Welcome back. Our last topic of the day of tonight is going to be a little bit dicey. We'll see how the room takes it. Topic is going to be, why are some men scared of women who are financially stable? Like, why?
What man?
I didn't say you. I'm just saying some men.
And he's asking, what men?
Some men actually are.
Okay.
Like they say, a woman with money, she can be able to take care of herself, meaning that she doesn't need any man for nothing. So
maybe that's why right there, right? And I wouldn't say scared, but what you just said though, she doesn't
turned
need
off.
any man. So that's already assuming that what a woman needs a man for is
it's money, which most of the women do
All
anyway.
So let's hear from the men, I guess.
I don't really understand the question itself.
You say let's hear from the men.
I think that for me and the men in my circle, a financially stable woman is a prize anytime, any day. Why would you want a woman that is financially unstable, right? Because when you have a woman that is financially stable, that comes with knowledge, understanding, experience, money management and all of that too. I think that if you come together, you can do a whole lot. You can build an empire. You can conquer things together. You can go faster. The equation is exponential. You go faster and farther. But I really do not think that. I really do not think that. Some men, I wouldn't know why, but I think it's a blessing to have a woman that is financially stable. Really, if you're talking about maybe a woman earning more than a man, and maybe that could pose a threat to some men as well. Like for me at least, be able to go and pay for your own nails. Like little things, like just like you can't be totally dependent on a man.
But I beg to differ.
So let me finish. I feel like everyone should equip themselves, because what if something even happens to the man? We've seen a lot of things where there's a rich man has a good family, and something happens to the man mysteriously, and the woman goes from like zone 10 of enjoyment to like -5 because she doesn't have any investment of her own, she doesn't have any money of her own, she's not have any skills to make money, and then she has all these kids to take care of, she has the in-laws to deal with depending on what part of the country or part of the world she's living in. So I think that a woman that is financially stable is a blessing. I really think so. I think that men should accept that. You know,
Can I beg to differ?
That's just my thoughts.
Can I please kindly beg to differ, please?
Differ.
Can I differ?
Defer to
Can I
who?
differ?
You can defer as you want, as much as you want to defer.
As I was differing.
Brown is tired of your ass.
As I was deferring. Now,
Oh my
to allude
You wanted to defer.
to your point,
God. Nice, allude.
You don't even understand the difference between both, the contrast.
to speak to, but honestly, men are built to be providers, right? And women are, built.
I would like to hear what you want
Women
to
are built to be fun
say. Nurturers.
and nurturers.
There we go.
Why are you helping me?
I'm
Now-
trying. So you want to say something?
Now, as a provider, as a man, you kind of feel emasculated.
Hey,
Wow.
hallelujah.
Come on. He
Talks,
He got it.
he's asking, are you?
As a man, you feel
Daniel said that.
emasculated.
Emasculate.
Emasculated.
Not masculine.
When and you feel effeminate.
Huh?
You know what happened? It's because people clap for him.
Me mad is
When-
my English now.
The
Let me
moment-
speak. When you speak, nobody stop you. But let me speak now.
When he speak one, now clap for him.
But
He
for me
wanted
to
more claps. He wanted
understand,
more round of
I don't understand
applause.
what you talk. I won't finish your talk. What do you talk?
Okay, you don't understand the English I'm
Feminine.
going. Some men might feel
Emasculate.
effeminate.
What do you mean?
Kinele, what is that?
It's
What
a
that mean?
type of soup.
But
Danny, can you make your point?
But the truth is,
He will
so
never make
now
it.
if
can't,
the lady
no.
if the lady is the provider, she for some men, I'm speaking for some men, not not me or some of them. If the lady keeps on providing, right, she has no needs that this man feels that he can adequately meet, right? The man begins to feel useless.
Ladies and gentlemen,
Hold on, I'm not speak now. Might look the camera and they speak to the people that see that I'm speaking English. If I don't get babe from this,
we are timed.
if
We are timed.
I don't
yeah.
get babe from this show, if after this English I'm speaking, come on.
But you're making a fool of yourself. How you want to take big babe if you find babe when you make
Okay,
a fool of
Daniel, let's
yourself?
save you from all this. I think you've spoken a lot of big English today that you need to calm down.
Thank you.
Like,
You need water.
Yeah,
No,
yeah.
okay.
Mary,
Take this.
Mary, I don't like this language you use. What do you mean he needs to tell him he spoke rubbish?
Which one is that?
No.
So sincerely,
okay.
Emasculated.
Okay. And then he did. He had a few.
Yeah, he did. No doubt.
From
He did.
deferred, from
Effeminate,
deferred,
alluded.
eluded.
Come on.
Stop it, guys. I know.
Come off it.
Come off it.
So, but
All right,
Daniel,
no, but okay.
I understand what you're trying to say,
Yeah.
though. I understand what you're trying
I
to
get
say.
it too.
Men definitely feel that they need to provide. If they can't provide, they start to feel scared of the lady. And some ladies would lord it over the man. That they are the providers, and this guy, you have to start doing things in this house. You have to wash plates, you have to do this. And once a man, I promise you,
You don't have to promise.
once a man feels like he's being, pushed around, the whole dynamics change. This man cannot
same
live.
dynamic.
He can't live in that dynamic. He can't live in that environment. Most men will not live in an environment where they feel like they are less than who they're supposed to be.
Okay.
But you know what? Hold on.
I have something.
Okay, sorry, Tokes, go ahead. Sorry, go ahead.
So as a man, if what makes you a man is the ability to provide because you have money, you are less of a man. Like providing with financial support is just one aspect of it. You should be able to lead a woman, cultivate her.
She be
provide,
you be
protect
crop.
for, and you
She
can
be maize.
provide
You be
for.
cultivator.
You can provide for a woman not just with money. So many areas, help her emotions, tender, make it tender, like different things you can do, right? So if it's all about money, and I think that's what happens when if a woman start earning more than a woman, if a woman start earning more than a man, the man can get threatened. That's because you've only used the ability that you earn more than her, you provide to lord it over her to be a man. I think that we should learn. Life is about evolving. I think we should learn
But the
different
stats don't lie.
Other ways to
The stats don't lie.
other ways to take care of women, provide for them, provide a good environment for their emotions, good
Statistics
environment
show.
where they can flourish, where they can prosper, build a woman up, and help that woman to become even better, confidence and all of that stuff.
This
it
is
shouldn't be
facts.
about
This
money
is
alone.
facts. Statistics show that.
Which statistics?
Statistics
Name, where?
Huh?
Give your web-
Statistics show
gi-
what
gi- give
now?
your-
That
Say
statistics
it.
show that most marriages, most divorces that happen, when these situations occur, when the lady feels that this man can no longer
Where did you get that stuff from?
Twitter.
All right.
So
let me
we've,
say,
we've
okay.
heard from the guys.
The guys.
Let's hear a little bit from the ladies. Who's gonna go first?
Mary had a little lamb.
Well, at
Okay.
least I didn't get the leg. So
Let's get the lamb.
So two things that when I saw that, I was like, is it even true? Are men really turned off or scared? But before I go into, and that question is assuming that you're approaching a lady. So I'm thinking not someone you're already in a relationship with, maybe.
Yeah, no.
Okay. But there's a study that was done actually that showed that this was with partners, so men and women already in a relationship, and it's really recent, that showed that when women are increasingly contributing more to their households, and that is increasing, the men are getting stressed, depressed. So this is a study that was done. This is not just people talking, right? So when I saw that, I was like, okay, so maybe it is true that if the men that are already in the relationship with these people are getting stressed because their women are making more, then I'm sure the men that are looking for relationships are probably, maybe somehow, I wouldn't use the word turned off, but here's the thing. The study said a lot of those times it's society. Whether we agree or not, society has made people believe that men are providers. And now that times are changing, women are starting to work more, earn more, contribute more. Things are changing. Change is not always comfortable.
Yeah.
So a man that, even if I don't think you necessarily have to see yourself as, oh, I'm the man, that's the only thing I bring to the table. But it might make you feel some type of way if you are one of those men that think that it's my role to provide for this person. Then that study also showed, like, regardless of whether the woman was actually stressing the man out, because let's be honest, sometimes a woman is making more and her attitude might change or whatever.
Except myself and my sugar mommy were sorry. Okay, let's do.
But the study showed that it just in general, right? It didn't matter if there was that dynamic. Men just sometimes got stressed by that fact that their women were starting to make more. And I think it's the thing of society has really, you can't undo years and years of conditioning where men are providers. And this cuts across, you think it's Nigeria. It's not just Nigeria. That study was not an African. It was here in the United States, I believe, or Canada, somewhere. But that's and I'm thinking, if that affects married couple, this is someone you already love. This is someone you've already built a life with. You already know that maybe she's not even that type of person, but it still affects you that way. Then now think about single people. Now for single people, or for single men that are, turned off, I think it's the same thing. As society is telling you this, that's one of it, or that's one part of it. There's ego, like he tried to say. As a man, your ego might be bruised by the fact that this woman makes more than you. But then there's also just misinterpretation of what it means for a woman to be financially stable.
Mix master, why the camera zoom on me when they say single people?
When you're a financially stable woman, it doesn't mean that you don't need a man. And I think consciously or subconsciously, some women might come off like that. And then a man might also read that, even if that's not how the woman is coming off, just because of his own insecurities or whatever, right? A man might read that like, this girl now, she has all this. What does she need me for? But you're already telling yourself that that's all you're good for.
That's true.
So there's a lot to it, and I don't think that it's every man. But one thing I would say though is look for the type of woman or man that suits you. There are some men, we might say that they are not real men or whatever, but there are some men that like women that they can provide for. They don't want that whole I can do my own stuff thing. Look for that woman. Don't go and start, in the words of Daniel, toasting a woman that is financially stable and can provide for herself and start nagging her to quit the job, or you are doing too much.
So what happens?
Leave that person
what
alone.
happens if that lady's financial situation changes? Or what happens if the man is incapacitated or he can't do anything? You know, I hear you.
So no, I'm not saying that. I'm saying what is. You know what I mean? Like it's not perfect, but that's the society that we find ourselves in. But people have to look to themselves and say, what do I want from life? Are you going to say, if you're a lady and you're single and you want a relationship, and say, well, men don't like women that are not successful, so let me tone it down.
Mediocre.
Oh, really? Well, wait till what you're saying happens, right? You need to be able to fend for yourself. Again, human instinct is to fend for yourself.
Have you ever heard women say this
That's
word?
not man instinct. That's human instinct.
Have you ever heard a woman say this word? I picked you from the gutter and I washed you up. I made you who you are. And now...
I think guys say that too. So Lilian, let's go ahead.
I don't have anything to say because you already took all the things that I was going to... I mean, like, you went in there.
And there are
when the men say that?
There are women that actually don't want to be financially there are women that want to be financially dependent on a man. They think that they're here to live the baby girl life and
for life,
just relax and be taken care of.
That's what I'm looking for. If you're looking for baby girl life,
so there are those women. So if you feel threatened by a woman that's financially stable, go and find a girl that wants to be taken care of. There are many of us out there.
Us?
They'll collect your 60 million.
I just look at you. You cut that, right? You cut that. Look, so just look for it.
See, man, I think that.
Look,
but I agree. So I will speak honestly to women. The times have changed. There's so much you can do for yourself. Men are no longer going to farm to bring food for you to sit home and cook. There is nothing wrong if you're already if you're already in a relationship. Do what works for your family, for your relationship.
Stop looking for
There are questions you see on Instagram that will say that if the woman was earning 1 million, it's always Nigerian people anyways. If the woman was earning 1 million naira and they got a job in something, who is moving or things like that. No, what works for your family works for your family. If you determine that money is less important for my family, let this woman still be earning nothing while I provide and be the man. If that's what works for your family, do it. But as individuals, let's think about what makes you happy. Will you rather just be there dependent on this man? And as a man, think about it. What do you see for the future of your children? You can't leave the whole world for them. If something happens to you, like he said, don't you want a woman or a mother that will be able to take care? Leave all those ego things. Is it about washing plates? Like, what is plate? You guys can pay someone to wash plates. Is
dishwasher?
There's dishwasher. If it's about respect. A woman that's disrespect, I know that money changes people, but a woman that's disrespectful will still disrespect you probably, even if you gave her that urgent 2K.
There's a quote.
I know, again, money can change, a woman can get that way, but that should be something on its own.
There's this quote that
not something that you're looking to in terms of her financial status.
Okay.
It's very important that everyone can fend for themselves. It will avoid things like Mr. China going to kill that girl because she's milking him. If she could just stay, and I'm not saying again, I'm not
she
excusing
had milked
it.
him enough and taken money for herself
if
and
she
built
just
herself
her own life.
She has stopped her for
taking the money to beat herself.
What she did though, she had a shop
she had
for
all
herself.
those things, but she was still milking this man.
She took 60 million.
We don't
All
have
that
60
we know
million,
that she got was the dog.
And
No,
a
they
shop.
had a house.
She had a house.
They had
She had
a
a
house.
house. She had
They
a
had a
shop.
house.
He
They
bought
had
a
a
house
house.
for her.
But
I bought a shop for
I thought
her.
you said they were building the house.
they were building.
They were building.
Yeah.
Yeah, they were building a house, and she
But
has
as a
a
man,
shop.
as a man, if you wash pants, I don't think.
There's dishwasher. There's
you know
washing
what?
machine.
I on this topic, I just think that there's a lot of conditioning of the mind. And where there are conditioning of the mind due to culture or religious beliefs, there's also something that needs to reorientate.
Yeah.
So
hear that
women are not problems.
that one
if
good.
you have, if you're a man,
I'm sorry, women are not what?
Don't forget
you're-
nice.
Hold on,
if
pause.
you're a
No,
man,
let him finish.
women
That was
are
good,
not
man.
problems.
Oh,
If you have a
problems.
man, if you're a man and you have a girl that is financially stable, you are blessed, right? And you have to look for the power of the union, right? There has to be a coming together, synergy. Even the Bible says that
What's that,
one
synergy? Wow.
will chase 1,000 and two will chase 10,000.
So,
That's an exponential equation right there. So I think that, you should
Exponential.
Is this
harness the power of coming
Harness.
together. Because you can
Talks, you should be
build.
writing this.
Can I
things
say?
for
Can
me.
I say? a few?
You can build a lot
Can I say
with
few?
a woman.
So
See,
I
women
read,
are
right?
also give me one second. Women are also very, very powerful. Women are smart, they're intelligent, and they have this intuition, right?
Wow,
they
intuition.
can help you.
I must say my own,
if you
please.
find a good woman or guy,
Please.
please don't be threatened.
Wow, let me just say
look
my own.
for
I beg.
how to do more than provide by money or lead just
Yeah.
with money, with
Yeah.
finance. Lead more by example. There are several ways. We have a heavenly Father. We have a cheat sheet. Do what He does. Provide, forgive. Cover in love. Cover your woman in love, and she will blossom. But it will be good for you. Don't be afraid of.
some men just like
speak-
some men
yeah.
just want to have that control over the woman because he makes more money.
Yeah, and
So, shut.
And then what
shut-
happens when the
shut
money
it.
is taken away? That's what I keep asking.
I don't think they're
What
thinking
happened?
Hold
that
on,
far.
you're not thinking that
I
far.
don't think
We're
they're
here talking
thinking
about
that far
in the
because-
in the inception, like in the beginning.
Yeah, I don't
like
think they're
okay,
thinking
I
that
meet a
far.
girl. Okay, the guy meets a girl, and she makes all this money. She drives this car. This is the house that she stays in. She's good.
That's my girl. Like
Even people will tell him that will you
Yeah,
be able
will you
to
be able to
control
take- yes.
this one? Let's be honest.
True that.
here.
They'll be like, will you, if she
And
tell
we-
you, if she can
you know-
cuss you out in the house, and would you be able to?
Yeah,
would
there
you be able to handle that?
less, your kind is
Your
there
kind
are
is
few of
there.
you there, but there are a lot of men and
And-
family members. Remember, these people have mothers and
And
father
father.
and uncles that still
And
have that
one-
old mindset.
Yeah, that's true.
So there's a lot of that.
We're out of time right now. I mean, Mary, thank you so much for stopping by. I did love your inputs.
Oh yes.
And then
Some people
the
might
way
not get
the way
that.
you took your time to explain to Daniel, I really because nobody ever has that patience to explain to Daniel. So kudos to you. Thank you so much.
You know
Master.
how to control this Edoma.
Yes. So one of these days, very soon, we're gonna have to bring you back again
Amen.
to the show. Thank you so much for stopping by.
People
Thank
didn't
you
hear
guys for
Thank
having
you.
me.
Thank you. Thank
the- hear the
you.
English I spoke.
So Daniel, one word.
One word. He said, you know what a one word is?
Not one sentence. Word.
One word.
Word.
Colonoscopy.
Lilian, please.
Colonoscopy.
Lilian, what do you have to say?
One word.
No, I had to tell him one word because you see what his own one word was. So,
Today was a good day. I loved our topic. It was great. Thank you for coming.
Thank
Please
you.
come back.
Coagulation.
Stop.
you know what? I'm just gonna mute. Talks, go ahead.
Stop now, please now. I'm not talking English. Stop now.
Talks, go ahead.
Yeah, thanks guys again for tuning in and watching us and taking your time to listen to what we've had to say. Hope everyone is having a good year. Do something different this year. Work out, eat healthy, find a good network, increase your net worth, and God will grant all your heart desires. Tune in to Afrijamz TV on YouTube. Share, like, subscribe, spread the word. God bless you.
All right. So, ladies and gentlemen, on that note, we've come to the end of the show, and I just want to say thank you to everybody, starting from Daniel, Lilian, Tokes, our special guest Mary, and our chief technical director, or
Yeah,
creative director
so-
behind the camera.
Fortune Ayendu,
Ayendu,
my guy.
Although he came in late, but
But he did dress. The guy dressed today.
the guy decor.
That's supposed to see him. My guy wear
understand.
tie, wear shirt.
Step up to the camera.
Why are you threatened? Why are you threatened?
Guys, we will see you
The
same
success
time.
now, the financial stability.
Same time on this channel, on this station. Please tell your friends about which level. We'll only try to get better. We're trying to tame Daniel, and hopefully we'll make him better. Please be safe. Don't be a Brimo.
Peace out. Catch you guys on the next.